So I'm embracing imperfect.
All right, let's do this. I think we're on episode 3 now. And today, what I wanted to do is I recently posted this thing on my Instagram stories, just like a Q&A thing. And because I think of what I'm doing at the moment with the choir for the Greatest Showman song, I had a load of questions, and I just thought I would, instead of going through them... Ooh, there you go. Instead of going through them like one by one on my Instagram stories, what I would do instead is go through them as like a podcast episode, because I feel like that might be easier to digest for people, and I might be able to like elaborate on some of the questions a little bit better. So let's see how that goes. I just got to find it in my archive. All right, here we go. So let's do this. Question number 1, are you still working through your DMs? I was lying on my bed just there. I literally just finished the last unresponded to DM of people who were sending in their duets. And I got to say, there were some really, really touching messages, really special things. So the reason that people were sending them directly to my messages on Instagram rather than posting them on TikTok was often because people aren't necessarily comfortable or, confident enough to post them publicly. And I totally get that, especially this type of video where it's just you singing and there's no backing track or anything. So like, I totally understand that. And a lot of people have sent messages through just, outlining that it's actually a really, they're out of their comfort zone and they appreciate the opportunity to be able to do that. So it's very cool for me to see those messages. A particular message and video from a mother and her young son in the UK, and it was just really, really cool to see. It was his favorite musical, and he was super excited to sing it. And they sang together, and I sent them a message back because the kid has a really, really good voice, and I was just like, look, your kid's only 7, but he's got an amazing voice. So like, I hope you guys are pursuing that, or I hope he's choosing to pursue that if he wants to. And it was just very, very cool. So I've had a lot of cool connections so far, and I hope that continues, because you guys are the best. This is the coolest job in the world, even if it doesn't pay very well. All right, what's next? What's my favorite song from The Greatest Showman? So I only saw The Greatest Showman for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and I got to say, when I saw the movie, it's obviously hard to like digest the songs at the same time. But since then, obviously, like From Now On has got to be my favorite. But I've also been loving This Is Me, by Kiala Settle. And there's a video of her actually on YouTube performing it in the rehearsal before they filmed the movie. And it's just so powerful, like such a incredible performance, just raw, like no microphones, just in the room as it was performed. And I started crying, or like I was tearing up at least, just because like, I don't know, there's something about that song. There's something about the message that it delivers, the way it's delivered by Kiala in that instance. And like I've said before, I'm not a big fan of musicals historically, but I'm definitely becoming a convert because it's pretty powerful stuff. So there you go. Was my drumming any good? Campbell. Greg Campbell or Campbell Greg? It's probably Greg Campbell, but look, absolutely, your drumming was incredible. One of the people in response to the TikTok choir was like, "Hey, I can't sing, but can I drum instead?" and sent me literally the whole song, drumming to the whole song. And I plan on using that as much as I can in the production. I'm just waiting for him to send through another version of it without the backing track. So yes, your drumming was dope. I'll just need to have it by itself in order to use it. What's for dinner? What's for dinner tonight? I think sausages. Love sausages. What would you advise for someone who wants a musical career? Not for me, for my sister. What would I advise someone, like if I could say one thing? Okay. I think I touched on this in the first podcast episode that I did, but it's getting yourself into the mentality that don't ask anyone for anything. Give and give and give and give. You are basically Here, you are there to serve anyone who's willing to listen to you. So provide content, provide music. Don't ask for anything in return, at least not until you've given. Like, get used to giving, basically. Don't give content, give updates on your life, give updates on your process, give songs, give music. And you can do that. It's not hard to do anymore. Like, you just literally put the camera in front of you and start creating content, start entertaining people. You're an entertainer. And a lot of people fall into this trap, myself included, of asking for something from your audience straight away. So people will put together a song and then they'll be like, hey, I just released this song, like literally like no promo or anything. It's like, hey, I just released this song. Please download it. Please share it. And then they'll even feel like upset that people aren't sharing their music and even their friends aren't sharing their music. Like, that's a big one. People expecting their friends to share and help and stuff like that. And it's like, nah, like, you got to earn that. And the way that you earn that reciprocal relationship is by giving, by entertaining, by involving people on your journey. So the biggest advice that I would give is to give. Learn to get comfortable providing lots of content and entertainment, and then people will in turn give back to you. That's kind of how it works. I hope that wasn't too long-winded. If you want to ask me in private message, I'll be happy to, go through some more detailed stuff. Anyway, tick. Do I like ramen? Everyone likes ramen, I think. I like, there's a particular type of ramen, which is, I think it's called a tsukemen, which is where you get the cold noodles on the side and they give you the soup and you dip the noodles in the soup and then you eat them. I don't know why, I just like it more like that. I feel like I get more noodles and more of like the stuff in the soup. A tantan tsukemen, if you guys know what that is, that's my jam. Do I think anyone can learn how to sing? Okay. There's videos of me, recordings of me singing when I first started singing that would probably surprise a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm like the best singer now, but I think I've come a long way since I started singing, trying to sing properly, maybe when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Do I think anyone can learn how to sing? I'm going to say no. But that's not to say that you shouldn't try, and that's not to say that you can't improve greatly. You can improve significantly from where you start. And I mean, like, your range can improve, your tone, your ability to sing in key can improve greatly. But I've met some people that just don't have I think what you have to have is you have to have an ear to be able to know when you're singing out of tune. And I think some people, unfortunately, aren't aware of their own pitch and where they're singing. If you are aware of your own pitch and where you're singing in relation to the key, you can realize that you're out of tune and you can train yourself to get there. But I've met some people that don't have the sense of rhythm needed and don't have that kind of grounding and being able to link their voice with a pitch. And you can obviously get better. Any skill is learned, but I do think some people unfortunately have there seems to be a bit of a disconnect there. And I don't like saying that, but I'm trying to be honest. Like, I want to encourage anybody to pursue it if it brings you joy. And especially like, I wish I had a recording of me. Maybe I do. Give me just 1 second. Let me just fill time to see if I have one of these old recordings of my old band, so you can hear like how bad my voice was. I don't know. You're gonna have to trust me. I will be doing episodes on this in the future where we go back and review some of the original recordings with people that I recorded those with. So you're gonna have to trust me. But look, you can get so much better. But if you have no sense of rhythm and no sense of pitch, then it's gonna be difficult for you. I hope that doesn't discourage anybody. That's not my intention. What's my go-to feel-good song? September by Earth, Wind & Fire. I will argue till the day that I die that that's probably the best song that's ever written, because you can play it in any situation and it will make 100% of the people in that situation feel better. And if you're playing it at a party, literally everybody will stand up and get out onto the floor and start to boogie. It doesn't matter if they're 5 years old, doesn't matter if they're 50 years old, doesn't matter if they're 80 years old, provided that they can, they still got it. But that song is just incredible. What instruments do I play? This is going to sound like a mad flex. But it's okay because I'm not particularly good at any of them. I started playing clarinet and a little bit of piano when I was younger. Then we had the saxophone and guitar and bass guitar. I try to play a bunch of instruments. Even played the banjo on the latest recording for From Now On. But I'd say the instrument that I'm best at is the bass guitar. I really enjoy playing the bass. I don't get much opportunity to play that, but yeah. Tech. How do you choose what to wear? Who inspires your outfits? I don't know. Often it's whatever most of my clothes that I buy are secondhand, so like from charity stores or something like that. So it's pretty much like whatever's going in a charity store. I try to buy clothes that are decent quality fabric, like because it's like $2 at the charity store, so you may as well. At the moment, I'm trying to wear. I spent a lot of time wearing trousers or pants in my teenage years that were like quite tight and not necessarily that comfortable. So I'm now enjoying releasing letting the hairs breathe a little bit on my legs. So I try to get that going. And otherwise, I'm pretty boring in my color selection, like grays, blacks, just like pretty conservative in that sense. I think I maybe a bit of a cop out, but I have like mad pale skin, and I feel like you can't get away with too many colors when you suffer from my affliction of paleness. Blah blah blah. My favorite memory of performing. I think we covered this in the first 2 episodes. The house parties that I played with Yannick. Unreal. So cool. Just have like that energy in a house, like tiny apartment room, pack it full of people, and just like everyone's going crazy. Yeah, that's very cool to me. When did I shave my head? 2 weeks ago now? 3 weeks ago now. Yeah, I'm enjoying not having to style it. It's nice that I'm also in lockdown, so like there's no pressure to look good or anything like that. I don't think it looks terrible, but maybe I'm not going to stick with it. I don't know. We'll see. Have I had vocal training? Your voice is so damn incredible. Cameron, that's very kind of you to say. I really appreciate that. So I didn't take vocal lessons until about a couple of months ago. I started maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I've stopped now just because the timing hasn't worked out. But I started taking lessons actually with a friend of mine, Sophie, who I met online. She's an incredible singer, an artist in her own right. She recently graduated from Berkeley as a singer, and she's doing music lessons as well as pursuing her artist career. And we met because we organized the co-write. She'd written this song on TikTok, actually very cool. She'd written the start of this song on TikTok, and I remember commenting on the video, and I was like, yo, yeah, because she was like, should I finish writing this song? And I was like, yeah, you should finish this song, and please let me finish it with you. Like, can we turn it into a duet? So, and this is before I'd really even met her, but we'd kind of been messaging each other on social media. So we organized a Zoom writing session, and we clicked, and she was great. She was great. It was really great, and we had a lot of fun, I think. And we wrote this song that hasn't come out yet. I'm trying to figure out how we can get it out because I really think it's a beautiful song. But during that time, I was explaining to her some of the problems I was having with my voice. I was losing my voice, and I felt as though I was not necessarily treating it very well. And she was like, "Look, I'll give you singing lessons if you need it." And so I was doing weekly lessons with her for a little while. But long story short, I'm not a trained singer. I don't have the best technique. But what I was reluctant to take singing lessons when I was younger because I didn't, and this might be like an arrogant thing or maybe misinformed, but I didn't want to risk turning into someone that sounded like everybody else. And I know that not everyone who has singing lessons sounds like everybody else, and but for me, what I really wanted was to like have my own sound and not lose the like soul and the passion when you sing. I think that's the most important thing, like the conveyance of emotion. So I didn't want to sound too polished. So that's why I think I avoided having singing lessons. Now I think I'm pretty confident in my sound, so it's more about learning the technique so I can maintain my voice rather than lose it, every second day or something like that. So long answer to a short question. I'm just going to turn off this camera and then turn it back on again because I think it's going to run out. All right, and we're back. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this. What's my favorite instrument? Bass guitar. Love playing the bass. My favorite band, it's probably Green Day overall in terms of like their songs over time. Just American Idiot is my favorite album. It means it's just like has this nostalgic thing that it just conjures up in me. I could listen to it back to front to back any day. The first song I learned to sing, I really have no idea. I have a very early memory of running around my front room with my dad, like running around behind me playing the guitar. And we were singing La Bamba, like la 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 bamba. Da, 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 da. But I mean, that probably wasn't it. But yeah, maybe that song. When am I coming to Brazil? Hey, look, if we can organize a show, I'm there. Obviously, probably not this year because we can't travel. But like, literally as soon as I can get enough people to come to a show, I'm coming to Brazil. My favorite movie, I have 3. Love Actually, the first Lord of the Rings movie, and a movie called The Intouchables. It's a French movie about a guy who works as like a carer for a quadriplegic, and it just makes me feel so good. So those are my top 3. What's the next song you would do like this? Like this being, I guess, with the choir. Honestly, I absolutely adore the opportunity to bring people in to the recording process and have you guys involved. It is taking a while this time. Like last time it was 200 people and it took a couple of days. This time is taking longer, and I need to figure out a way to streamline the process a little bit. But honestly, I want to do this as much as I can. So hopefully a few times a year, maybe more. I don't know. I've got some plans that I'm working on with Justin, my partner in crime. We're going to try and put together some songs that are like specifically designed for this kind of stuff. And then maybe some future covers. I don't know. But yeah, I will definitely be doing more of this choir stuff in future because I just think it's really, really cool that I get to, create stuff with you guys. So yes. Have I drunk water today? Yes, and it's a good reminder. Thank you. Everyone take a water break. Okay. What's your favorite fast food go-to takeaway order? Abby. Okay, Abby. I should be reading these names out. Sorry, guys. I'm new to this. Okay, Abby. Abby Brown wants to know, what is it? It's probably, there's a Portuguese chicken burger shop near my house called Frango's. And extra chili, extra mayo. Get that Portuguese chicken burger in me. Yeah, any day of the week, I'd be down for that. What else are we looking at? Favorite piece of clothing that I own? I mean, it's got to be the hat, right? Possibly the hat. That's from Lindsay Addy. Another one from Lindsay. One place I want to visit, Iran. I would love to visit Iran. I went to a football game once with like 20,000 Iranian supporters were there. It was in Sydney, but it was an Iranian game. And they just seemed like the most fun-loving, like passionate people. They're all dressed up and they're all playing musical instruments. And I was like, these people know how to have a good time. I think Iran is a misunderstood country as well. And from what I've heard, Iranian friends of mine, they're super welcoming and hospitable for people who visit their country because they're proud to show off their culture. And I think it's got a bad rap in the media. Also Texas, Austin, Texas. I don't know why. I just got this fascination. I want to go there. I kind of want to live there for a little bit, but anyway, yeah. Why did I want people to join in the first place? From Camille. Well, I just think it's the coolest thing ever. I honestly, it's the coolest thing that I've ever done. Was the first time we did this with Push You Further, the song that I released earlier in the year. And I was like, no one else seems to be doing this. No one else is doing this, especially not through TikTok and using that platform in this way. And I'm like, why not? It's like, it's incredible for me to be able to share, to like have people from all over the world add their voices to something that I'm working on. And I don't know, it just like gives me so much joy. And I get kind of emotional talking about it because, yeah, it's just like the fact that people care enough to want to be involved is very special to me. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why. Also, you know, I hope that it gives people, and I know that it does because I've, you know, been reading messages. I hope that it gives people a sense of confidence, people who maybe have never shared their voice publicly and stuff like that. And, you know, the opportunity, because not everybody has the platform or the opportunity to share music publicly, have it on Spotify and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why, I guess. Why am I such a legend? From Andrew Reese. Andrew, I think we're equal amounts of legend. It takes one to know one. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Will I be doing more projects like this, Faith? Yes, I will. And I do remember your video. I just saw it. Where did I learn Spanish? I learned it in Spain. I used to live in Spain for like 4 months. I studied Spanish there and it was great. I lived in Valencia, if anybody cares. Easy Winchester, do I have future plans to do projects that involve you guys? Of course I do. I think it's the coolest thing that I can do. So yes, 100%. Brooke wants to know who my musical inspirations are. Green Day, Sting, big time. Sting is a big one. Chris Stapleton, love his songwriting, his voice. Oh God, his voice. Rihanna, I love her ability to, she's like the best pop star because she can sing anything, any genre. Like she just delivers it. And she may not write the songs. She may. I don't think she writes all of the songs. But the way that she delivers them, you believe every single line that she says. There's a power and a conviction in her vocal performances that I don't think anybody else has in the pop world at the moment. So yeah. Do jeans go inside or outside the cowboy boots? Oh, that's such a good question. I've never worn cowboy boots. I wish I had a pair of cowboy boots. Do jeans go inside or outside? I reckon, if you're wearing tight jeans, I think usually it's like girls, they have their jeans, tight jeans, like inside the cowboy boots, and dudes like have them outside. But I reckon that's crap. I reckon always show off the boot. If you're rocking the boots, get the boots out. Boots out for the boys and girls. I think that's most of the interest. What MBTI are you? From Fuisa Lernada. I don't know what that is. I'm going to look that up. If we could just fill time. MBTI. What is that? Free online. Oh, Myers-Briggs test. I have no idea. Sorry. Maybe someone can just analyze me and tell me what I am. What's your favorite song? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll reply to some of them on my Instagram story as well. I don't want to use them all up. All right. Yay! Another episode done. I just want to give a little update, I guess, on the choir. Like, yeah, it's coming along. It's taking a little longer than I thought it would. I think we're about 200 down, 400 or so to go. Because what I have to do is I have to go to the video on TikTok, download it. If they haven't enabled downloading on their videos, I have to screen record it, leave a message to let them know that I've got it, and then send that video to my computer, then convert that video into an audio file, and then convert that audio file, and then like line it up so it's in time, and then maybe a little bit of pitch correction if it's not in tune, perfect. Not that it have to be perfectly in tune, but if it's like way off, I'll try to like bring it in a little bit. And and then arrange it in terms of like whether it's a harmony or a main melody or something like that. So it's, yeah, I'm going to have to figure out a way to do this in a more streamlined fashion. But I think there is a way. And that's it. I hope everybody's super well. As always, please hit me up, message me if you got any questions or just want to chat. And yeah, I'm really excited to share this song because it's been a cool journey so far. I'll probably do an episode where I break down the production and everything like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, hit me up. Much love, guys. Take care. Mwah.